Hey, what's good, everybody? Anyone that tunes in, I'm gonna do a quick Gemini. Yeah, I'm gonna do a quick what's going on right now for Geminis. That's not good because when
Hey,
I
what's good,
split the deck,
everybody?
hold on real quick.
Anyone that tunes in, I'm gonna.
Okay, forgot to mute that. So, yeah, as soon as I split the deck, the devil and it's passion. So I don't feel like that's your energy. It's funny that I said the the good news coming because that's kind of weird. I don't know, maybe it will be good news for you for some, right? Something rushing in, hot and heavy, I guess, right? That's very interesting. Okay. So what does the Gemini collective need to know right now? Wow. That's so funny because when I did I usually do the lives on the other channel, and when I tapped in on my podcast channel, when I tapped into Gemini, it was the Seven of Wands kind of like standing your ground, and it was solar plexus as well. Not taking anything less than what you deserve, right? And it was seven, right? Like seven, and so it's seven again, right? Like seven options kind of thing, right? Something coming in very. It's interesting that it was the devil and the wow. Maybe that's one of the things, right? But maybe there is gonna be something that comes in very watery, right? Very emotional. So that's pretty interesting. Hmm. Wow, I said the good things coming, so maybe that's gonna be a. Hmm. I think right now you're more in a. Even though this is usually like not necessarily right, but right now I'm feeling like you're in a balanced space, right? Maybe you're finding your balance. It's like as you're starting the new year, you're getting your footing, right? Because see, even how this person, that's funny that popped in my head, getting your footing. See, and behind all the waves, how they're wow, I never really even noticed that. What is that? Is that a boat? That's all. I don't even know what that is behind, right? It does look like a boat, right? I don't even know. But it's like that's behind you, right? All the choppy waters and everything, right? Like you're on land now. You're getting your footing. Ah, so interesting. Because on my other channel, right on the podcast channel, I did a live where I kind of had this dream about there was land and water and all that. So that's pretty interesting. Whoa, that one just flew right out. The Temperance Angel. See, so you're getting your footing. You're being divinely guided, right? You're getting spiritual help, right? Spiritual protection. I don't know if that's a better. No, I guess at the same time, guided divinely, getting your footing. Maybe these options that start popping up might distract you a little bit, right? I'll have you up in your head, but I think maybe you're so focused on getting your footing that, wow, look at that. The lovers. Maybe something will pop out. Maybe something is gonna jump out at you, right? Maybe one of those options is gonna have that feel to it, right? There's an interesting bird making a sound. See, like I know there's all these noises, right? But there's this bird that's Specifically, almost like there's gonna be a bird that's singing the same tune as you, kind of thing, right? Hmm. That's so funny. There's gonna be a bird that sings the same tune as you. That's funny. Let me see. What else? What else? Wow. Is this your energy? Maybe some of the Gemini collective is still, I guess, crying over spilt milk, so to say. Let me see. Is that your energy or someone else? Is this Gemini's energy, the Five of Cups? Maybe. Okay. So some of you maybe. I had seen the tower under, so maybe some of you are trying to understand why something happened still. Why did certain things go the way they did? And the answer already came out, right? Like some of you are still in a stuck. Wow, my whole third eye is like almost uncomfortably opening up, right? So some of you might have not understood why things happened the way they had to happen. And so you're looking for that spiritual guidance or higher knowledge, right? Which is already with you. So that's interesting. See, underneath justice, right? So something had to happen. Wow, I had little sharp pains in my heart. So I feel like for some of you, you just weren't getting why. Not that you were like, I guess you're just trying to understand. And it's kind of this, right? So it could have put you in a Empress energy, right? Of knowing what you deserve and feeling more abundant. See, now it's going from that swollen third eye, it's now going up to the crown, right? I could feel that energy moving, right? Interesting. Yeah. That's so weird. I keep getting these little like sharp card things, right? So I don't know whatever the collective had to go through. Look at that. But you're transmuting all that, right? Something had to push you so you could release all those burdens. It feels like you were carrying things that weren't even yours to carry, right? Wow, this incense really is standing out to me right now. It smells really, really good. Maybe so you could smell what is it? Smell the roses, right? So to speak. Hmm. So you could wake up and smell the roses. How interesting. So you could see, right, the new opportunities coming in. Hmm. How interesting. Okay, so yeah, I didn't expect. I mean, it is. I think the overall lesson here, things happen so you could see how abundant you really are, how magical you really are, right? Is what I'm getting. So it's a little heavier energy than I thought it was gonna be. Look it. Wow, what did I say? It came out in the other reading. There it is. See? The Seven of Wands. Standing in your truth, knowing what you deserve, right? So something might make you feel a little unbalanced, right? I guess some of you are a little sad over past things, right? Some of you are in your head, maybe a slight nostalgia about past things, which is okay. It's okay, right? Um, yeah. Wow, my whole third eye is just like glowing, right? But there's new things coming. truth, right? There's gonna be if you were before and look at wow, I didn't even realize it. It's right there. Celebration, right? So I feel like honest things are coming in. If you were around a lot of lies and deception, I think the truth will prevail, right? I like how that crown is. Wow, my whole gut's lighting up. Okay. Very to the point. I like it. So that's the good news, right? Wow, my whole gut's lighting up. Like, wow, my everything's like my third eye is just woof. Right now it's more like the third eye and the really understanding. I think that's really understanding why things happen, right? So maybe if some of you were feeling a little stuck, confused, or maybe not even having to understand, just knowing that things are divinely guided. Because my third eye feels like it's just bursting out, like exaggerated. It doesn't feel, it just feels weird. A little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie then. Yeah. I'm already talking about truth. It does feel a little, it's so exaggerated. So maybe some of you are really gonna be tapping into your spiritual gifts and somehow, some way, whatever happened, tower and all that good stuff. Look at that. Bam. Wow. See, the celebration came out. Well, it was in the yeah, when I split the deck and then celebration, right? Happy home, stability. Things happen how they were supposed to, right? And things gonna click, right? It's gonna click. Wow, even this morning, I'll put a link to it. But one of my songs that I did last year, because I keep working on new stuff, but um, yeah, for those that don't know, obviously, right, I'm doing a Gemini reading. I'm a Gemini, right? But the song that I did called Life started in my head. It's this thing called Life, right? And it's just talking about life, right? To really, I love the song, right? For a long time, it was like, and I guess that song came back again, right? And maybe that's part of it. I'll put the link. Maybe it'll have a message in there for whoever sees this video. But yeah, look it. So I think after all that, right, like really understanding why things happen, right? The heartbreak, there's that third eye. Really understand. So I think that just kind of confirms everything I was saying. Oh, and I kept feeling the little pokes in the heart. Duh, right? There it is. So that makes sense, right? But ultimately, it'll lead to this, or it already led to this, or it's already in the ethers, right? This is already happening, right? Somehow, some way. So celebration, right? The Three of Cups and that. So I like it. So yeah, hopefully that resonates. Anything else I should say? Let me see. Let me pull this out. See if anyone resonates with this, and then I'll close it out. It's this thing called life, and then I'm using the past life oracle deck, right? So let me see. Say sometimes it is about that, right? Wow, I like that. But let's see what comes out. Wow, there it is. See, something had to do with this with wisdom, right? Look at the unicorn. That's beautiful, right? So let me go ahead and read this and then yeah, doesn't look like anyone hopped on to ask questions. But like I said, I always do these on my other channel, but I'm gonna start trying to come to this channel because on my podcast channel, I mean, I like to do the podcast there, and so yeah, let me see the wisdom. The wisdom. Okay, wisdom. This card indicates that you have tremendous wisdom and knowledge from prior lifetimes that seek to resurface now. Even if you've never thought of yourself as particularly wise, this card indicates that you learned important lessons and information that will serve you and others if it's reawakened now. This card can indicate that it's time for you to return to school or seek additional education of some sort. This may even be a sign that you're, and it's the last card. Wow, I didn't even realize that. This may even be a sign that you're changing your career path. Your reemerging knowledge is guiding you towards work that is more meaningful. This card asks you to believe in yourself and know that you have what it takes to tackle a career related to your true interests and passions. I love it. Wow. And it's page 101, right? Like school 101, and it's talking about school. So that's pretty cool. So on that note, I'll end it. For anyone that sees this after, know that yeah, I'll open it up for questions, right? Like I said, I usually do it on the podcast channel. So if anyone sees this after the fact and the next time I do it live, just know that I'll take questions and all that stuff after I finish the overall message, right? So on that note, hopefully you are all well and yeah, let me know if it resonates.